I would absolutely have believed that communication is key. That I am positive about, because that's who I am. So that I think anybody who has worked with me forever and ever will say that this is a key component of my leadership. I think that confidence, I had no idea what that means for me or for people when I started out as a leader. It's something that comes to you over years, what this is about for people, to really build confidence. Change, I have always believed that change is key. I mean, I think it's fundamental. So for me, you know, the people say that 85% of people actually don't like change as an ingoing factor. I think I happen to belong to the 15% who actually like change. And I truly believe that the day Ikea stops to change, we will die. So when we think it's messy because we do a lot of things at the same time and we are confused, if we stop changing, we will die. And challenge, yeah, for sure. I was brought up by a leader whose first and last name is Challenge. So yes. So for me, I have truly learned what this can give you, and it can give you a lot actually, but it's also to a very high cost. And then connect. Yeah, I think, I have never really understood the word network, for example. I have never really understood what is networking. I'm like at parties and things like that. I'm not very good, to be honest. But when it comes to the word connect, if I say connect, then it has a different meaning to me. Okay, that I can understand that, if we connect, if we talk about something that connects us, then I can understand what does that mean. That as a leader I can relate to. Connecting I can relate to. So that's, I think, when people say, everybody in Ikea, I'm like, are you so good at networking? I'm like, no, I really suck at networking, to be honest. But I appreciate connecting with people, because I think when you connect the dots, you can get some results. So, I don't know, probably it came with it.
One way you could say, some people did it good or did it bad. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the bottom line. Yeah. And then I don't know where I am, or I don't know what it happened to me. Still handle the truth, but make it into development. People in this program.
But I think then you're coming to an insight, because you can do something with that insight. You can actually take it, if you want to take some sort of action on that one. You see, did you follow the...
Yeah, I think I'll have to go through the experience to get a more deeper understanding.
So if you're going to practice now next particular, okay. I'm going to focus in on one area. So yesterday during our presentation, I received a text from my HR representative asking me to give them a call, and it was urgent. So when we're having your computer issues, I called that person and took that call. So that's what repeat what happened. That's what I'd like to explore. The commentary part of it is that I was told that my team had a meeting with her about an upcoming workshop that we're having Monday or Tuesday of next week with our new HR representatives with and marketing. And this is the management team meeting with that management team to discuss resourcing issues, people issues for and workflow and confidence flow on a long-term perspective with PDC, and then also addressing our immediate needs. I have, during the functional meetings and during the individual meetings, and also during our development, I told the community this week context of the development talks, like where that the team went to our HR person and said, we want to be a part of this meeting, and they want their voices to be heard. And I am like, shit. They don't trust that I am going to represent their interests during this meeting. And is that why?
Also, every day in our region, where we are in South Asia, we have and I mean it's like it's overwhelming, but I think it's that respect for those numbers and the respect for the impact that we have as an organization that helps guide those questions that we have. When I'm guiding myself with the decisions, or I wouldn't even say that. It's often we sit down and I get feedback often, and I think a big part of finding the strength to do this right thing, it's a lot about knowing myself. And knowing myself, I'm not the same today as I was yesterday, and I hope I'm not the same person, tomorrow, because it's constant change. And I think one of the things that keeps me at Ikea is that we can always talk about it. We've had a day together yesterday, and everyone's done some fantastic presentations. I know and I believe everybody wants to do the right thing, as I do. You want to wake up in the morning and, make those around me. I ask you, maybe I should ask you again, but we just had our talk. I find myself very open and straightforward. Sometimes with questions, I get questions, I can tell you the answer. Sometimes I know the answer, I can't tell you the answer, but I will also tell you that, and that's okay, because that's the role that I have. In some cases, honesty. It's about being fair and respectful. So sometimes, if we have a supplier, the price isn't good.
And then we have a fantastic idea about flow optimization that we give us saving 5 million euro, how to make it more detailed. And this is according to my assignment, looking at flow optimization. I have been working in logistics for 24 years. Yes? So she's moving from logistics to sustainability auditor. That is only happening in Ikea. And then I need to find, so thing is not really smooth, so it becomes from super green, big energy, start to be yellow, smaller. You cannot move. God, I want to drop it.
5 years until we find the real estate investor. And the shopping center is very popular for the real estate investors. So it's one of the important components for us in mixed-use development. And the kind of site. So my project is connecting Ikea store with shopping center in mixed-use development project. So my project is directed on.
Okay, that is just want to share some of my passion. Thank you.
Questions from the phone?
Yeah, of course, wood-based steel is our core. This is why our customer know Ikea. Of course, the way how we produce the wood look like, maybe we have new material, new technique. I believe that steel wood-based is still I think the most important critical material for Ikea for the future. The industry will decline because the new digital life. Yeah, so who read newspaper? Less than I think today is if you from 1990 or 2000, you don't read newspaper. Yeah. So the industry is decline for that paper industry, for the newspaper. So that industry is time. Maybe it's good for Ikea. But of course, Ikea is working on this very much. We call innovations to find a new way of. Today we use this all this table top, all this company is called keyboard of MDF. Yeah. Now we are working with new. We call it new material, which is maybe 30% so small, still the same function, still the same quality, 30% less material. Likely, the new technique will help us.
I have one question. Actually, I know that in PDC we also have the cooperation with new business with regard to the plastic, the bioplastic.
Yes.
And then I also know that, like in other markets, like in Korea, in Japan, a lot of other would stop IKEA from applying those new materials to the product because I see there are a lot of difficulties and challenges when we approach these new material which has already been used in other companies.
Yes, I think this is something is fundamentally different here with other companies in terms of we call it sustainability agenda. I think today is everyone talks about sustainability agenda. Yeah, we have organic material or green material. Yeah. You can find in many retail companies, yeah, shops, etc. But it's different price. This is normal price is maybe $1. If you pay $2, you will buy green product or green material or organic material. Yeah. So this become a kind of luxury products. You need to pay more for this. Of course, who can afford for this? If you have higher price, then who will buy this? IKEA is different for IKEA's all concept, all principle is okay. The sustainable material or green material should be the same price or even lower price compared with normal product. So this is really the IKEA approach, IKEA way. So of course, for the new material, many of the new material, yes, it's a great material, but maybe today it's too expensive. If you talk this, the current information about this plastic, yeah, yes, in the market you can find a lot we call PLA as a material to place the plastic. Yeah, PLA come from the natural material. It's come from like corn, like palm or sugar cane. That come from this material. Of course, one thing is okay. We are competing with that industry. Do we have enough corn? Do we have enough sugar cane? Yes, we can produce for like plastic PLA, but are we competing with that industry to the resource? First, secondly, it's too expensive. So what can we do to make it even cheaper or better? So this is IKEA. How difficult for IKEA to go to a new material compared with many of the other companies. Yes, sometimes you say, okay, it's easy. Yes, already in the market, but IKEA is more careful to introduce new material. So we have reasonable.
When you say furnishing, and we have all the we have room sets, homes, and the most interesting one is the 20 square meter home to show really the solution to a low price. Because the competitors are so close, you can see a lot of competitors all over the world where they have also 25 square meter room set, but not to the price, because at high price everybody can do.
Yes.
So the thing is, smart solution, bring it to a low price. This is the one. After 85 square meter room sets, it's fine. Yeah. We are good in this.
Also, especially for this market, for Asia, yeah.
Exactly.
It's different with the European. Of course, you can have very clear, okay, how do the showroom and store common store planning and everything. But it's for each store, you know your market better. Yeah. So you should do something to really adapt your market.
It's similar to you, yeah. So of course, there is something on the market. We can use this what other companies are doing, but to a high price. Yeah, it's the same thing. Everybody can do, or a lot of companies are doing.
Yes.
Anything from you, Matt?
No, but thank you very much for sharing your passion there. It was excellent.
And now we know more about Hans, what is your job? Because at the very beginning, I don't understand what is new business.
New business.
What's it?
Yeah. You're working with next generation material for? What is next generation for bottle material? What's the next generation material for candle? Kind of things. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I had always a feeling about your job, I said, okay, he will be in the helicopter with a backpacker. They will ping here, try to find new material in the jungle or something.
So what's confidence you have in order to do a good job for your role?
What is
Confidence, yes, you should have.
I always ask my team. For me, it's very much. I emphasize several words for my team. We should have entrepreneur. We are entrepreneurship. We represent IKEA. We are talking a lot of new industrial, potential industrial. IKEA never touch. So we are representing IKEA. So we should be professional. Then okay, it's even maybe we not have business exam, but they know IKEA also. That is for me is most important.
That is a lot of capabilities, but if you then dig into, is there any certain knowledge areas more than competence?
Yes.
Knowledge about
to know IKEA, know our range. Yeah, so we know what is already today and what is the potential for the future. And they should know the process of IKEA. So they will have new things. Okay, who they should talk.
But who has the, who knows about this new fruit that can bring the new plastic to IKEA? Who is the person knowing about those things? Are they in your new business team or are they in some other team?
No, if you use this example, for me it's start from me. I want to say, okay, we are sitting in Southeast Asia. What is this region can offer to IKEA? So this region has a lot of natural material, very strong also agriculture. Not for last few days you heard a lot, but for example Vietnam, they are second big country for coffee. Exporter. They are very big for rice. They are very big for fruit. They are very big for sugar. Yeah, this kind of things. For me, it starts from there. Okay, if it's the sugar, they make the sugar, but how they do for the sugar cane, the waste material. For coffee, today I work with I talk with some companies, R&D companies. Okay, today IKEA consume a lot of coffee in our store. The coffee bean after this, the waste material. What shall we do? So utilize this. So we start from there. Then we, of course, we do the research and we use. Sometimes we use third party or R&D company to help us, or we have companies within IKEA. We use them as consulting. Yeah. I also work with some university. Yeah. So it's for us. It's very creative. Yeah. We find the right competence to help us to make it happen. We are not expert for everything.
Just like people working in the store, whether any possibility, to take a role in your team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sure.
So it's more about driving the business, the new things outside the box, knowing the processes, and then bringing the competence needed for the different specific materials, and be curious about those materials that is out there, not the experts.
Yes, you don't need an expert for everything. No one is expert for everything. Yeah, but I think it's important.
But I thought you had a few guys in your team that was technical. They were really.
No.
So they are sitting, and then you need to borrow them in another organization.
Different functions. So for us, of course, it's very important for the engineer. You can borrow them.
Yeah.
We can partner.
New materials and techniques.
Yes, there is also functions, Tony Sandelia's functions, new material and innovation here. Of course, but they are working for more really big things for IKEA.
And you can give ideas.
Yes, we have a lot of discussion. Sometimes we borrow from them for their companies.
So vice versa.
Yes, we always give the input to them.
I think for their team, the new business information, they're also building up this kind of the university knowledge bank. So for which university can be the best for to do which kind of research, they're building up this bank and to combine if we need someone from university or external, they have this bank as well. So I think they're building up this method way, which is also very good.
Yes. So welcome everyone.
Yeah. It's so much fun to learn about all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's so much to learn. Yeah? Okay. Good, good.
You're the first. Yeah, you're the first. Okay. Then I did.
Also, to create the trust is not only about you. Okay, we together have trust, but also it's because it's do you trust each other? Do you trust me? I trust you, and also vice versa. You know, it's if you have 7, 8 people, it's also all the sparring partners has to be true. Because if there are some trust are not happening, it also will interfere with the whole trustful atmosphere, belief, value, and clear direction. That's my work. Yes.
I just share my reflection. I think so. Angela, your talk is even charge my energy up. Mostly that's I really like the practice, but sometimes at the moment I also have a little bit of reaction. Depends on the working partner. It's not always that we can have build those efficiency, build those because different functions have different goal and task. But that's always can be the conflicts. But sometimes it's good because we have one directions that we work on, but sometimes we have different. So I think the reflection that's how to really work out, really have to create those communication and talk.
It is one, I don't know, tips. It is just personal. You can work and you always going round, round in circles. You have no.
The idea is coming from problem. In China, our fastest growing market, I believe that our customers are abandoning us slowly but steadily. The average ticket remained at the same level for 3 years, and the sales contributing from comparable units dropped a little bit. That means we rely very much on the new expansion. That is not sustainable. Why? I think we Ikea try to build up people's changing behavior. And on the other hand, our company has a very aggressive plan, growing around 32 billion euro sales turnover to over 100 billion by 2030. Well, traditionally, the increase comes from the boost sales in the running business and expansions. But remember, it's getting bigger because of the cost of vehicles. And not many markets are growing as China or India or something new to our customers. And I call that creating extra 20% new by digitalization. So I recall a question from the last session that people are wondering what is digitalization? What is e-commerce, multi-channel, new opportunities and values to our customers? It's a process of moving to digital business. It's not about technology itself, it's about business. And instead of talking about these centrally driven heavy initiatives like e-commerce or multi-channel transformation, my project focuses on the tiny changes, the innovation which occur very often from the local markets and the local countries, and potentially contributes to a much wider scope. So I'm trying to enable this bottom-up approach, as well as the top-down, which we are very used to. And I'm trying to encourage the test and learn model in the local organization. I have a dream that Ikea China can establish innovation powerhouse, continuously contribute to best practice of digital solutions and creative talents, and also to build up a compelling company image. We are leading the digitalization in the home version market in China. And last but not least, I'm trying to change the mindset that IT is for business and IT is supporting business too. Digital itself is a business. Yeah? Big dream, but let's start with to landing FY17 for these are the two commitments I made to the BDLP program. First, to establish an ideation process in China, to institutionalize the process from having a good idea to build up the business solution. And also, I'm actively exploring the business opportunities, trying to pilot 3 prototypes in China in our stores. And third, install to enable the interactive and real-time instant communication with customers. That is update from the last session. First, about the ideation process. If you recall, so there is a scope change, but after a couple of workshops and alignment with global organizations, with the Retail China management team, we settled down the ideation process. And about 3 opportunities shared in on Thursday that I'm having problems now. I'm having a risk. So you can see that there are 2 of them not moving as it should be. And yeah, there's another surprise in a good way that I'm going to share in details. First, risk. Background, a little bit off from BDLP. There is a legal development in China that sent to the central environment in Sweden and the process. So, in the last 2 months, I have to take away all these tasks. Yes, I mean, let's be honest, this is more important than my BDLP. Nevertheless, I'm trying to find a way to move forward. I'm not dropping out. In terms that I built the relationship, the partnership with other organizations, with other participants from the BDLP program to help me move forward all these activities. And there are also a resource planning, because I'm the country lighting manager. I can find people to delegate the tasks. For example, I'm recruiting 2 project managers in my team to take the ownership of these 2 prototype tests. And there's a second risk. Idea, because we don't need Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, these kind of huge hardware investment, because geomagnetic is naturally there, we can utilize. However, we realize there is a quality issue. We did a test on Sunday, the peak day, and we realized the shopping cart, the metal shopping cart, walking around you will disturb people.
So you can't have the same. I don't want to be as good as technical as my competitors. I don't want to be like this person. He's 10 years. He thinks he'll replace me and he'll get something to replace us. So you've got these skills, these qualities. So you bring them to my role, make it your role. And then what you need to do is find someone who fills the gaps that you have in the organisation today. The big one is not necessarily compliance, but local routines, documentation, process, just relaxation. That's what we want to bring in.
things suit my home and how I can decorate my home and why I should copy IKEA's solution but it feels totally different. So there is a clear knowledge gap between what we are showing them and why should I change and how to change from our customer's point of view. So maybe we should start from some basic things to help them to bridge the gap. But the reality is we have huge visitation in China and the stores are full of communication now and maybe it's a little bit difficult to add more things and also people read less than before because of the social media, internet thing now and also with heavy workload of our co-workers, they are doing like extra workload for them to also transfer the basic knowledge to the customer. And also we have a question mark on the co-worker programs because we have developed so fast. We are recruiting new people a lot. And most importantly, we have multi-channel transformation on progress. So IKEA store won't be the only touch point with customers. We also need some solutions which can easily be adapted to the multi-channel transformation process and can work in that environment. So it seems like we are in need of something that can hold rich content and easy to be updated, fun and inspiring, and also easy access from different touch points. Also, start from consumer trend point of view on the market. In China, new technology like those assistant reality, like AI, like these things up front. Customers are expecting these new technology to help to provide seamless shopping experience for them. And also, knowledge has actually become a new social currency. And they feel like, yes, it's a bit like I'm one step ahead of the others if I know more about the background, the story behind. That's one of the consumer trends in China now. And also, everything goes on mobile. Because I think back to the 2011, mobile payment, the share is 0%. In 2015, it's 25%. And now it's become more and more. So in China, almost like you're with your mobile, you can do anything. And then consumers in China, they are shifting from value for money to value for time. They want every second with you count, and they want new things, they want to try new things. So we said, why not we maybe start to try some digital things?
Yeah, this is what we're trying to get away. Horrible, looks horrible, inflexible, goes out with you need a kind of lesson to the consumer. It's the most awful thing, lacking in intuition.
Figure, so that's always been a bit. But you can see there, so specific who you actually directing this to, scope wasn't perfectly clear, things like that. So I'm going to let you look that one up. JFDI. Some of you probably know it. It's very much about do it now, but it's a little bit more colloquial to the British language. Yeah, and again, down here, the comment that I kept hearing, but it wasn't within any one of the forums. These are the comments that were just at the bottom. It was happy co-workers, happy customers. So, the business challenge, or more so the challenge to the business. IKEA is growing. We need people to grow with us. We need, we build a new store. We need 400 or 500 people to come and work in that store. How are we inviting? How are we creating an environment that people, see as attractive, see that they want to come and work for us? But then how do we retain the people we have as well? It's very important when you build a new store, you take a good percentage of knowledge out of all the stores. So again, you're moving people in the pipeline. So yeah, we have a challenge to our business at the moment. We're more so heavily into expansion. So I linked it to the group strategy. And the areas I was looking at was becoming a magnet for talent. So our physical workplaces, are they? And I know that's for IKEA, kind of similar vein that I want to look at. Attractive, modern and inclusive. So we want to, when people come and work for us, they walk around it. We work here. We've got the values, we've got the culture, we've got the ways of working, we have the fantastic benefits. There's other things that people are looking for. More like in the line of millennials, they want this great environment. So we need to attract them as well. I didn't do a slide. I'm going to park that one for a second if I can. I'm conscious of my time. But I'll share something with you about me to you. And I was inspired by Petra yesterday. I have and it's very personal, so hopefully you'll trust with this. I suffer massively from anxiety. Diagnosed, prescribed, medicated to a degree. And it's very difficult sometimes to manage that in an environment. And I share it widely because I consider it a weakness, which is wrong, but I do. And so I find challenges every day in managing that. I can manage it, it works. But it's something that happens more on a social group. So when you see me switching off, of participating, it can be maybe down those lines. So when I was helping with my team. But yeah, manageable. So, the project. Twofold for delivery, but it's basically develop a guide of good examples for co-worker areas across the UK organisation. So, we're looking at areas, down here, office areas, fun rooms, gym, health rooms, co-work strategies we have today. So, we ask those to be curiosity driven.
It's all about inclusive leadership and a global mindset. And we also need to use the agenda.
A laptop or a huge iPad like mine to create inspiration in this experience. How do we make sure we develop solutions, features that actually can create inspiration for the customers in this small screen? So that's one of the
challenges.
So it's about the technical side, but more than that, we have meaningful problem. The interaction with the brand also has to be the moment we decide to work in store, and
so it's not and one way here is always to look at things from a positive point of view. And one thing that we had when I was having global finance management, we had a creative coach. And we practiced for a half day and saying yes and instead of yes but. And this was a little bit when we transformed into being a business navigation from business control. And then what if we all say yes and instead of yes but? That opens up doors. And we build on each other instead of being itself. It's much more fun as well. And then if you look on the testament, English actually erased the word impossible. Actually now I said it. But it's not in the key dictionary. So I need to have a positive view of things as a starting point. Then for me, to have confidence, it's also never be a victim in a situation, in the world, in a circumstance. Change is quick. Change, speed of change and complexity will yes change. So the things you were dreaming about, the position you wanted, maybe next month not existing. And anyway, it's not fair. I cannot, if I should have a believable confidence, I cannot be a victim of the circumstances. So in everything that is happening, in the chaotic world, what are the opportunities? And then try to find these ones. And sometimes it's a four-step, you know. First it's drama. What the heck? I wanted to be a retail business manager. Now the job is called something else, or so the drama. And then you need to take a step, and then the fourth step is opportunities. I have other jobs. My skill is required, or maybe I need to learn something new, and then I will be able to. So I try never to be a victim in a situation. A little bit is with the optimistic motivation and other. There is a blind spot to me. Because sometimes unconsciously I'm probably not so inclusive. Where there is some negative forces, some negative people, I'm probably excluding that sometimes. Because I have this protective that it needs to be positive, it needs to be optimistic. So I need to be aware of that as well. It's a little bit of blind spot. Always give my utmost and dedication at that work. Again, it's a lot of the motivation needs to come from inside, but I also need motivation to come from outside. And one thing to be able to always give my utmost is that the last 5 years I have more or less transformed what I eat. I try to select food that gives energy instead of taking energy. So I try to take good care of my body and mind. And I guess the older I get, the more important it is. And the more you read, the more I understand that this is important. It's a little bit why we put in fit as a leader. And it's not to be, a point, it's an more encouragement to make you leaders and future CEOs aware of
I don't want them to come here and tell me I don't need to. You know what I'm saying? So it really brought me a lot of sense of independence. And I started to say, to think about my life truly. I fulfill all my life goals. And going to, I think that for me is a life lesson that this strong drive to be independent. a strong drive to fulfill my dreams and not have to depend on the company giving me a job and telling me I'm good. I say I'm good. I can be successful if I want to be. And that really brought me along my drive and my passion to not be afraid. So I'm not afraid to say anything, I'm not afraid to do anything, not to be silly and to be and I think that's something I really appreciate.
When you're meeting him, going through the store, it's amazing how much he is an entrepreneur. But I think it was good that he has handed over at some stage to Anders Moore, who was perhaps more driving the organization in that direction. So then we reflect on what that means for how to create and to nurture entrepreneurship. If you're afraid of people, you will never get it. They will always move into that direction. If you're opening up the frame, they will walk you easier to move into that direction. And the more experience you have, of course, the more you get a mixture of things, because you have tried different things and all that. So there's a little different. So how I see myself, what is my job? You decide to do a little bit of everything when you're in the country. What I do, now we are in this prison.
And then the last position that I have outside Ikea was continuing in Vietnam in the logistics. And I felt that now is enough. 2002, Southeast Asia at that time, having the so-called headquarters in Bangkok. And my manager asked me, where is actually the next step? Vietnam. Vietnam is the key technical location for us, but I'm not going to move. So after talk for a while, then the opportunity came up. They asked me to be Shanghai. Then I moved to Shanghai and worked for 6 years as a transport manager for China and trade lane manager for Asia. After that, then I moved to Helsingborg as a project somehow to change Ikea for this fully high cube. In the past, we never used fully high cube and now we use big content. It was me. And we also changed the KPI in purchasing from this filling rate to net cubic per shipment. And that is also me and his friend Razor in this project. So this is the thing that I have done in Ikea and outside Ikea. I have 2 kids, of course 1 wife, both of them now in Thailand. Many months ago, I want to show you. Full of agenda, action plan. My team is very small. We have 3 persons, including myself. Me, Somjit and Amy. Somjit is purchasing logistics development in Thailand. Amy is purchasing some video. We're thinking to have it in Vietnam. Can you? Okay, fine. And because I feel that my team member is really strong, I don't need to worry so much. The action plan will execute and follow up in a good way. And then at the end of the month, then Amy, one of my team members, saying that she moved to the country. Yes. Fine. Competent flow, Ikea value, I support you big time. I talk to the line manager of the organization. She is the best. Okay, you can check it at any time. October, I organized a global forum for custom because I saw that custom is
one of the thinking about how to do it global. Yes? That's for sure. Take a lead. So that will be the first tryout training. And I hope that it will be 12 and it will be in China in week 12. Thursday, Friday, China, Monday, Tuesday. Okay. And then in Singapore, we have to represent.
So now I want to be a housewife. I'm always a career, you know. One day I challenge myself. I can be a housewife. You know, try. And you know, Switzerland can be nice. I wasn't afraid. What's worse, right? You can hire help. So, but you know, I think it's. I never expected it by having. I also never expected I'll be in Sweden. I live in Sweden. I never expected I would marry a Swedish girl. You know, I thought I would have 2 boys, but 2 girls. So I think things just enjoy. Just see what works. You must have some dream. I think most important is feel your heart. I'm sure everybody has a dream. Don't be afraid. Don't limit yourself.
Because also, you know, in this, there's another aspect which you also shared a little bit early in the discussion is that I think we also need to be brave to know that there can be failures, but that should not deter us to think big or just plunge, take a plunge. I don't know what will happen.
I mean, we have to make clever, what we call cautious risk management. The first thing is how to go back.
Yes.
Something said to me which is really, really significant that at the start of the process change. That some people lose some territory, some people gain some territory, some people lose some authority, some people gain. And you're encouraging us to that.
Yes.
A lot of times it's not.
Yes, exactly.
Because there are simple terms, very simple terms, winners and losers. But we tend to be in denial of that. For me, it's great leadership. But that will take respect, empathy, but I think
yes. And that's one aspect that you can actually feel that you are losing territory and space, decisions and so on. For some time. But it doesn't have to be constant. And of course I was thinking that what has been the critical moments that I have been involved in and what do I think has been my contribution to those situations. And then there are 3, over almost 20 years in Ikea, there are 3 dimensions or situations. And I think where I have hopefully had some sort of impact as a leader. And one, to start with the business, these discussions we are having about low price and affordability. Very important reason for Ikea is that we Ikea systems comparing prices in Ikea. That's good. Of course we should have the lowest price, but the much more important factor for me is affordability. And the 2 of them are totally different things. You can be the cheapest and still not affordable for a very big part of the market. And this is something where I feel very strongly that we have to remind ourselves and each other about that we are not here to supply the middle class in general with nice stuff. And I hear actually that term now little bit on the same theme as we talked about levels earlier, that we are for the middle class and so on. I hear that now in some different meetings and so on, and I don't understand that. And I protest, and I think, of course, what most people need with middle class, people who are fairly well-off, well-educated, well-off, and who can afford to shop in many places. And of course they are warmly welcome at Ikea, and we don't create our range for the people who have much money. We create our offer for people who can think about this. And I think if we don't keep our eye on that all the time, we're going to end up producing much more of middle segment stuff that a lot of people can supply, and that don't really make so big difference for most people. So this is, for me, super fundamental in everything we do. And I'm taking and then we believe, because of course I can share that you have left an amazing footprint in the UK. And it's something extremely strong that when you were sharing, I can definitely also say how strong it is still today. We decide what we want to do. It's not about like following a number. We can decide whatever. And so even like, so for example, like I was discussing yesterday, Brexit, blah blah blah. So we can decide that we want to go by 10, 15, 20%. It's about like really deciding what we want to believe and building strong plans. I am very that's very
I feel like I'm over-constructed. She's focusing on people, the way that she has worked in different countries, and the way that she is.
I feel that it's not with that way, like managerial level, like I'm a manager and I feel all time for it, but it's really personal. This is great.
I think from my side, it's not only from education, but also I want to share this is it. It's amazing how really busy still know a lot of things in terms of art and how you will install everything else. She always has this, she's very familiar with that.
That's wise as well. So it's all co-workers that touch over here and now. Right. I believe the passion she has, and she dares to be different, and she will make on a global scale.
And you have very transparent kind of market competition information. When we're going into a country like India, for example, when they say the price €300, they don't even need to ask if services are in there. They just assume service. They would just expect that.
And it's the transparency. Everything is free, whereas there's benefits to the product. So it's about this complete price and how we do that.
actually seen just on a key families decision actually in the last 2 years. We've seen raise the price between 3 and 6 and 7. Able to be understood when you are passionate. I love it when I see the business minds they present like this. It's an evolution. It's the same way with this research is done. Excel files and how you translate it to something actually digest. That's the magic of communication. And it's a gift, and that's why I work with visual markers and graphic awareness. It's really good. And even if you can't, do it yourself, start your own story, and then maybe you can find someone who can draw the trees and veggies and maybe it's a program that Petra used the other day, so that was interesting. It does focus and changes and
you also need to find that. It's like something good. And you don't want anyone to how you should do this that you want them to ask us what is let me see this. What do you mean? Then you start I think depends on if the topic is quite big, then you cannot bounce to any just anyone. I think you need to have really a good coach that you also need. Yes. And you need to be able to be vulnerable.
The things that will work if you're looking at yourself. These things are really important.
I mean, your example of your previous employer, you didn't feel confident in going to work. What if you made a mistake? What if you bump into the store manager? You made probably a risk analysis and the questions were that you need to. That's what did it start some process? So what's happening?
What is happening? I need to...
See here?
Huh? Okay, sure. Yeah, but I think we need to have at least 5 minutes break, technical break.
I recall from the last session.
Yeah, okay.
Essentially, even Paris initiatives like economic apology. Innovation which occur very often from the local markets and locally. And potentially, one is so I'm trying
As well as top-down, well, there is
So maybe I shall just to get back on this as a maybe in week 5.
But maybe if you don't feel that you have any case or challenges, you don't have to find it. But if there was something that you would like to find as a discussion, it could be like that. So don't think about brainstorming. Yeah? Brainstorm, don't judge your thing so much. Maybe it's a 1 minute, it's fine. Maybe it's something individual, maybe it's
And for that reason, I was missing a bit of the relevant, the regional persons. China was huge, so there are other markets in Asia Pacific. These reasons I'm working there, probably most extreme. Some of those benchmarks. So I think what is missing, what could be improved, is to extend the benchmarks, extend the comparison, extend the input from things. It happens to be within the week from now, actually, I was in some European management classes that probably is going to be more than today. Might be good for listening to us next week. I thought that was a good challenge. I challenge you to try to bit for next time. So I will ask what is the first 2-3 steps in terms of where we are, what the different options are. I can actually put this on 2 months today. I think 15 marks and work on the same questions. So the question is, consider to those measures don't have to contribution is, or what the emphasize contribution is a stretch. Drive this. So it's efficient history. I'm missing that function. And one specific question which I think would be interesting, which I'm missing, which would be interesting to explore is a bit it's probably being too itemized to find exactly the objective is to maximize the performance of ideas. With the objective to maximize the investment on the top of land, which means selling eventually the short term. What is the objective? And once the objective is defined, then one thing which is missing is also considering the
So this is a textile category. We just have this number, supply number last year, 2016. So it's only 3 million we're looking for the growth. So this 23155 is my team. So I'm looking forward starting the team development with my team on this team. So the company structure, I'm going to explain more in my writing. So the owner, I believe you guys already experienced the factory the other day in Chamba. So we have the quality manager and production manager and a bunch of managers. So now we have So my goal is having my teammates being the happy workers, so they can pass on to the workshop manager and they can pass to the laborers. So everyone can be the happy workers and reaching the goal to grow the business.
So this is my project team, which is Choose Me 155. That's my business team, which is one team here. So what do I need to invest is the time. It's long term, so lots of time to see the returns, the feedbacks on the knowledge I pass to them and the leadership training to them. So it's I need a long time to see the impact. And I start activities with them. So such as take them to the trip to the Ikea and better understanding with the business. And I start a library so they can start education more for what they're doing, like home textile and other aspects. And the outcomes I'm going to get from the team development I'm doing is potential business, because since we have the heavy labors, they're going to have come out amazing ideas because they are the one who's actually doing the job.
I just go into a little bit more detail on the business challenge. At the moment, we have full qualification. It's to about 6%. I'm going to give you an example of that solution. You know, this one, I can't bear it. I'm so embarrassed to put this on the screen in front of you today. Okay. It goes out once a week at the convenience of the people who create it. Right? Not the convenience. People who use it, you can't change anything. It's like a kind of school that's being run for the benefit of the teachers rather than the pupils. Okay, this is what we're trying to get away from. Horrible, it looks horrible, inflexible, goes out once a week. You need a kind of messenger to consume it. It's the most awful thing, lacking in intuition. So the examples I'm going to show you later, hopefully, show you. Okay. So, this is where we develop the solution. Third one. This is the team. I'm super proud of these guys. There's lots and lots of stories behind every process we get. Christy Schweitzer, the project manager. So my role in the project is to chair the steering group and to help Christy keep out of her way as much as I can with her son. We have three managers for the individual work streams. It's quite a diverse team in different ways, age, diversity of background, industries they come from, some Swedes, some North Americans, some Dutch, some South Africans, so lots of perspectives. Okay, I'm going to focus on Frederick's agile action. This is actually the most important part of the project. So, there you see the top row. That's how we traditionally talk about IT solutions. You go to people who say what you want, and they tell you, even though they don't really understand the situation because they don't know what's possible. And you go away and you print the list and you get bored and you go away and this is actually the happy flow. You start building it piece by piece. This is a little bit misleading because by this stage things have moved changed. So that's actually the happy flow. It sometimes works out and sometimes doesn't. when we're trying to build according to Agile, we're constantly going back to the users, constantly saying, is this what you want? It's not quite what I meant when